Yo. We got the BTB Film squad in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good. Glad to be here.
How y'all doing?
It's a beautiful day. A beautiful day in the new year.
It is.
Yes.
The
Happy
new year.
2021.
There we go.
We're not gonna tell y'all what day.
But yeah,
We gotta keep some mysteriousness about it.
and then 2021 though, so.
For sure.
Yes.
Or in the future, in the past. Ooh. Anyway.
Filmmaking.
Film.
Movie magic.
It's all up here. So here we have Kevin Garner, Dylan Forys, and Khari. From what I understand, each of you have a very intricate role when it comes to BTB Films.
Yep.
And there's a lot of them, including
Yes.
Audio Bitch, according to Dylan.
Aye, Captain.
I didn't say that he did. I didn't say that he did. Just, Mom, I'm sorry, but he told me. It was in the script. I gotta read the script. But no, expound on what your roles are and you know what exactly you do in BTB Films.
So I am president, executive filmmaker, co-founder with Khari. Dylan and Jenny came on a little bit after, but that's kind of our core four. Like everything came from that group. Yeah, I pretty much run everything and am moving into trying to make it a little more automatic so that these guys and other people in the group can start doing what they want to do a little more easily and effectively and just keep making movies.
As stated, I am the audio bitch. I take care of any and all of BTB Films' audio needs, from any Foley work we need, making sure all our sound effects sound right, making all our film stuff sound crystal clear as we can, and even running the Sit Down for Real podcast and keeping that going. So anything we need, act a little bit here and there, try to do as many things as I can and help everyone out.
Mm-hmm. I'm just here so I don't get fined, brother.
That's how it is.
Show face.
Nah, yeah, these are my guys. I'm founder, CEO. Basically, my role is just I'm overseeing things, but also I'm here to just kind of see the future of things and like see how can we like maximize the company and like all right, what can we do like to make the best films and things like that, and working with Kevin, on planning certain films, planning certain film festivals we're gonna enter films into, and really acting a bunch of the things.
Almost all of them.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. We're still growing, so we're at a point where it's like we have multiple hats that we're wearing, but mainly like these three that you see here, and then Jenny, then Kyle. Really our core group from the beginning, like we really all just like work together to, make this thing work and really, make the best things we can possible.
That's dope, and I love how like there's this collaboration between, we're with BTB Media, obviously, a podcast, y'all know that, but we were able to do interviews with Khari, and it's great that we're able to interview you guys too now, because there isn't a lot of cross section, a lot I can feel, but I'm glad that this was able to come together. Like that's dope.
Yeah,
that's really dope.
I think that. And because filmmaking is such a process, we're kind of by that nature just kind of on the outside because it's a lot of working on your own until you make the thing. Once you make the thing, you can talk about it, but like that's 90% making it where we're just kind of in a room driving ourselves crazy. So it's nice to get here and get these moments where we can see everyone, and then hopefully we can get you guys into some films and some stuff's coming up. So
yes.
He said it, not me. So, Khari, so you're big in music. That's, been your thing, BTV Records. How'd you get into film? I
always loved movies. Like, growing up, I was always a big movie head. My dad, my grandfather, they always loved movies. I used to write stories as a kid, like write plays and little fakes, narrative films. I don't know whatever you want to call it. Like, and like, I think my love for like Star Wars, everybody who knows me like knows that I love Star Wars. I think my love for Star Wars really like got me into like, I really want to like make movies, like, cause I'm thinking I could just go out there and make a Star Wars movie. I don't know why I thought that, and so it was really like that. But then I would say around 2017, me and Kevin, we was working together over the summer, and when I shared that love for like movies on top of my music, Kevin like instantly he was like, bro, I want to make movies too. And then it was like, bro, let's make movies then. Like, let's do it. Because people don't know this also. Like, Kevin is talented musically as well. Like, he plays the piano. He can sing a little bit. Like, so, like, we connected there.
You're a Renaissance man, huh?
Yeah, like,
This a little bit.
don't let this man just make you think he a filmmaker. This dude can do it all. But, like, so, yeah, we connected like that. And then it was just like, let's try to make some movies and let's do it. So then it just kept growing and morphing. Like, all right, let's take it serious now. And now let's make real movies. And you know what I'm saying? So that's where it kind of like started and grew to.
Hey, if you were writing while we were, going to school together, I'm offended that I wasn't in any, productions, any plays or anything.
It's cool. I'm sorry. Like, I kind of kept certain things to myself. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to be like I never put out certain things to people, like, you know what I'm saying, like writing stories and shit. Like, people look at you like you a freaking lame. I don't know.
It's the school system.
You know what I'm saying? So I got sucked into that. You know what I'm saying?
We all did.
So I kind of kept it to myself, but yeah.
Well, and it's good you say that because I think we talked beforehand. I'm a big fan of films. I mean, that's such a generic statement. I'm not a big fan of films, but I really do. I enjoy watching a good movie. I enjoy a good thriller. I enjoy a good time travel movie. But I know that you guys have actually had the opportunity, and I kind of want to get into Dylan and Kevin. One, how did you transition? Like, what in your life said I want to do audio engineering, and also for you, why do I want to do films? And then I know that you guys have had some success in the past in films here. So first hit on those two questions, then I want to hear about the success that you guys had recently this past year in terms of a film that you guys actually submitted and did some huge things.
I'll let you start because yours is
So like from a young age I was involved in like music, choir, band, stuff like that, playing piano. I always like loved that, and I always thought that was something that I wanted to do. And then kind of as I went to college, I didn't want to be a music major or anything like that. Followed the psychology track, but part of going to school was like getting my like first job. And like I'm from a small town in Illinois, so moving out to this city, I was like, I'll just get a campus job. I don't want to deal with having to travel to work because I was like a little concerned about that at the time. And so I applied to be on our campus, part of our AV team. Taking care of all of our worship sets and any events and stuff like that came in. And because I had like a musical ear, they said, oh, well, we'll put you on the audio board. And so I started mixing live bands my freshman year in college and doing stuff like that for worship sets and stuff. And that kind of like grew my passion for like audio work. And then 2017, after these two had started talking and working over the summer, that start of the next year, Kevin said, hey, I've been working on some film stuff, and showed me some of it. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I can do audio work. I think that's exactly how the conversation went. Like, I'll do the audio work.
Word for word. I'll do the audio work.
Yeah, like there was no, Kevin didn't say, hey, would you mind like helping me out? It was like, oh, cool, you're doing that? I'm in. Yeah.
Here's the thing that we had to learn, and that everyone has to learn when you start filmmaking. You can mess up anything but audio when you're making a film.
Yes.
And as soon as you said that, I said, that's awesome. I never have to worry about that again. And we just moved on and started making movies.
But yeah, and like the first couple times we tried doing stuff, it was a little bit rough, but then we started getting into more and more projects, and like we started getting that clear audio that we wanted and getting more equipment. And then my biggest project was probably Release that we put out this past year. Sure. And
man, crazy.
The entire concept is like this internal dialogue and somebody trying to prevent themselves from self-harm, and with all the internal dialogue, just finding ways to make all these audio voices sound like inner thoughts and that dialogue and that back and forth and giving them these effects. It was the most fun I've ever had on a project. So
that's what's up.
You didn't like throwing Khari off a bridge in the...
I'm still terrified of that bridge.
He did what to Khari? No.
This is twice. We have 2 films where I've tried to kill Khari.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what
is this a pattern?
Is
this
your
like a
coming out? Is that what's
it has to be.
Is this subconscious? Did you no?
Is this subconscious? Dylan wants to kill me, man. For real.
What about you, Kevin? What got you? What ignited that flame to make films?
a little similar and probably a little bit more deeper or obsessive or problematic than Khari's. However you want to word it.
Yeah, because all those mean the same thing, right?
Because like my dad, like my family would watch 2 or 3 movies a week growing up and stuff, and it was just always there. And me and Kyle would watch a ton of movies together. And as we went to school and as we both got degrees that we don't use anymore,
That's usually how it happens.
yeah, pretty much, you know.
Speak for yourself.
Like you, okay?
Kind of, it was more stars aligning with when I met Khari. I was already sort of looking into that because I was looking for something that I wanted to be passionate about and involved in, and like something that I could. I don't know if it's an ego thing. I don't know. Like, there's something that we share where it's just this need to create and like express ourselves through that, and it was basically just a long route of me kidding myself that I wasn't going to do something like that. And I just love film and filmmaking so much that when the opportunity came up, we just completely dove into it. It's, I mean, my whole personality at this point, you know, it's just like,
But that's how you have to be.
wrong.
Like, when you have a passion, you have to truly be engulfed, and that's why if you have multiple passions, you have to really engulf yourself in that passion at the time.
right.
Unengulf yourself and then re-engulf yourself, and which can be hard. So like, I completely understand what you mean. But in that, I think we kind of hinted towards the movie that had some success in the Cincinnati Film Festival.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
So we've entered in 2 of the 48-hour film projects that have happened in the city. One was actually on a more global scale, but it was by city. And it is a global competition. You have a weekend to write, shoot, edit, and like have a final product film.
Wait, what?
48 hours.
48 hours you have. Friday night at 6 p.m. they give you the specifications because they don't want you to use any early stuff.
Right.
Sunday night at 6 p.m. you have to have it submitted and movie,
Yep.
like start to finish.
Wow.
Completely
It is
finished.
It's
chaos. There's fights. There's pain.
Did y'all sleep?
No.
No.
Barely.
I was saying, like, that doesn't-
barely.
I think
wow.
I think
Sunday
Friday to Saturday I got like 3 hours of sleep. We did filming all day, and then Sunday I didn't sleep because we were editing.
Yeah, like 12 hours of editing.
Yeah.
And it's just
Wow.
it's
That's a lot.
but so the first one that we did, Khari was actually out of town for, and we won a local award because the guy who runs it, Bernard Fields, is really awesome. Needed like this really big ceremony for it and everything. Just a super cool guy. But the second one we did, Time Will Tell, that you're referencing, we actually won the city, so we had the best picture in Cincinnati. Went on to compete at a national and global level and had some. Obviously, there's some really great films that's got the recognition they deserved, but
Right.
we were really excited to win the city and kind of
That's huge.
have the representation with that. Yeah.
It's a lot. It was a lot, bro. And like Kevin said, bro, it's a lot of fights, specifically between Kevin and Kyle.
When you work with your twin brother, like it's just
Are you saying you guys don't think the same? Is that not a thing?
surprisingly not. Yeah. And see, it's the same thing with him. It's just he's a little bit farther back that I can't hit him as much, but
Pretty much.
or he's on camera and I can't go out there and argue with you in front of the camera.
I
So
mean, sometimes you could, but that's up to you.
But I will say though, it's fun though. Like
it's so much fun.
it's fun, like filming, like being out there, you know, like we creating these, and like we going out and set like in neighborhoods, like you know what I'm saying, like actual neighborhoods, and just filming movies. People coming around, like walking by, like, oh, what you guys doing? Y'all filming a movie? Like they even know us by now, cause like, bro, we always at like down in my grandma's neighborhood in Northside, cause like we filmed like 2 music videos there. We filmed Time Will Tell there, like so they just know us there. Like that's our block. You feel me? So it's a lot of fun though doing it. I enjoy it. Like it's a good like a change of scenery for me, change of like, you know, like just a change of pace for me, because I'm always in the studio, you know what I'm saying? So when I get to get out there in front of the camera and stuff and like test that ability, you know, for me, like it's a lot of fun, especially working with them. Like we always have a good time. So
Yeah, I think that's one of the 2 other things that really draws us to this and keeps us going, is that like it's, even if we're fighting, even if things are happening, like it's so much fun. We almost always would get like a little inside it's it's a process, and it's a lot of work it's more work than we ever thought, and it's more work than I think a lot of people would ever think, just to make a short film, especially with kind of a like the crews that we have where everyone's doing everything. But yeah, I mean, it's so much fun. And the thing we really appreciated with Time Will Tell was that how we kind of got to incorporate our mission statement with it, in that we want to make things that are meaningful, things that try to provoke or inspire change, things that make you think. And with that one, I mean, we try to do with all our things. With that one, it's not really a requirement, but we really, as a group, kind of stepped up and said, no, we're going to still say something, even though we're making a thriller movie about, like, with time travel, and like there's like a light bulb and all these light bulb. There's all these little requirements, and like, no, we're still going to raise up and meet this thing, because I think as a group we consider it such a privilege to be able to make art, to make films, like even at the level that we're doing it, and as we keep growing, and even next year or this year now. Hey, it's 2021. Yeah. Even this year, as we're really ramping up our projects, just being able to kind of take a step up and say, like, we're going to make things that mean something, and make things that are going to try to change things. So
yeah, and like I just, especially like with the 48-hour festival, like it's such a short period of time that, like, even like with the arguments, like you don't have time to focus on it. So you have to, you just like, you have an argument, you set it aside, and then you start working again, and like it creates this really nice atmosphere of like we're all working for the same thing. So even whenever we do start bickering, we all go, oh, we have to set this aside, we don't have time to put up with this. Like we all have the same goal, and just watching that evolve, like in our group through the 48-hour festival, but also just like in BTB as a whole, like the BTB Films, where like we want to make that meaningful art, we want to have a statement, and watching all of us come together with that statement, and yes, we agree, we want to do this, we want to step up, we want to make something that's powerful. It makes a world of difference in everything that we've done, because like most of the time, like there's some things that, like, you know, you go out, you do it, feels like a job, you have to do it, you have to keep working at it, but like anything we've ever done with BTB Films, like it's a passion. We love what we're doing, and we always have a mission statement in mind, and we always have this, we want to do better because we're trying to portray better. And it just, I love it.
Right. So we touched on, you know, what you've worked on in the past. Kevin kind of talked about, you know, what he plans to do in 2021. Is there any, like, are there any projects or anything that you can tell us that's coming in 2021?
Yeah, so, and I was talking about this earlier. I've had most of the members of the group come to me recently with ideas that they're working on, which is exactly what I want. I've been trying to kind of build people's autonomy, that they, out of this group, they'll get what they want, and they'll get to make what they want. And so it's kind of a, like, we have the equipment now, we have the people now, let's make some things. The first thing I'm really focusing on, I've been working on for a couple years with Mo, who runs the social media for BTB Films, and he's one of my closest friends, and it's I don't know when we're going to see it. We're going to try to submit it to some of the bigger festivals, so I'm really excited for that. But it's kind of centered around the issues of churches in the LGBT community, and specifically a conversation between the protagonist, a woman, and her pastor, which Mo's going to star in, and I'm really excited. I think it's going to, production value, it's going to be a lot. We're going to start trying to collaborate with some other people in the city, and yeah.
Sounds dope.
Yeah, I'm excited. And I know that music videos and everything else are going to come for sure.
Yeah, we got some stuff
for this.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I already told you, I gave you my, I gave you my script. Yes. I mean, I gave you my idea. You know, y'all see that BTB media / film script coming through. Y'all gonna see me acting, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I'm trying to, I don't gotta be heavy in the movie, but, you know, I love to just, get you, you know, just something. I can play Biggie. I can play Biggie.
Yeah, for sure.
Spoilers. Spoilers. I can play Biggie in that movie. Like, you know, it is what it is. But no, it's really dope. And I think, you know, as we kind of wrap up this week of, you know, BTB collaboration, it's been really amazing to see, and I'm saying this to everybody, but it's amazing to see everybody's passion just come through, just to hear the words, just to hear how you got here, just to hear the road, and to know that, like, we're obviously not where we want to be, but we understand where we're going, and the fact that we have this vision happening now into 2021 to 2025 to 2030, whatever, however far this goes, it's really exciting. So For BTB forever. Facts. But that's really dope. Do you guys have any social media handles that you want to put out there in case people want to follow you, and/or are there any like links that they should follow to see some films that you guys have done?
There we go.
Yeah, I mean the BTB Films Facebook and Twitter pages and Instagram for sure. We also have a YouTube channel which we're kind of backlogging with all of our films. I think we might be caught up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if time will tell us on there.
Yeah,
but-
I think that's the only one we got to get on there.
Is that at BTB Films? Is that just
yeah,
what it is?
Be the best films.
Oh, Be the Best
Be the
Films,
Best
right.
Films.
On
Right.
Twitter, IG, and then BTB Films, Facebook.
Okay.
And
and
YouTube be the same
yeah.
thing.
We'll make sure
BTB
people
Films.
get that. So
And
they
then
can see
Vimeo
it.
Absolutely.
too. They got Vimeo as well.
Mhm.
Vimeo.
Also, don't forget to check out Sit Down for Real. It's our podcast
Sit
where we
Down for
talk
Real.
everything about movies.
Talk about it.
I love that
Um,
title.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's clever.
Down for real.
And it's REEL,
Yeah.
not real, like REAL.
If they were smart, they would have got that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I just
Like
got you got to
a
dumb it
DJ.
down for
If
someone.
they didn't get that, they shouldn't be listening to that. No, I'm joking.
Moviegoers only.
Hey,
Moviegoers.
hey, just so you know, it's a niche. But no, thank you guys. This
you,
was
yeah.
dope. I'm excited to see what comes of it. I'm excited to see, at the end of 2021, we see what you guys have worked on. I can't wait to watch on the big screen TV in here. So
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
really excited.
You know,
We're gonna get on
Yes,
big screen
yes.
in movie theaters too. It's gonna
For sure, yeah.
hopefully. I mean,
Yeah, we got
Guys,
some
we
things
are
in the
Coming
works.
soon to
That's
theaters
things in
near
the
you.
works.
I'm gonna be in some of the films too. That's so
Yes.
for this space.
Period.
well, thanks guys. I appreciate it. Happy New Year.
Happy New
Yes,
Year.
Happy New Year,
And
guys.
to all the watch viewers out there, thank you for joining us again.
For sure.
It's your favorite co-host
Alléna.
in Austin, the AA Podcast. Peace.